Hi y'all, and welcome back to Lennon Creek Farm. With the weight of that, we could put it in here if you want to. I do. Well, that worked out good, didn't it? That worked out perfect. We had just a little bit less than that, and that'll be enough for to feed today. So. Alrighty, y'all. Now that we've got all the chicken feed situated, now we got to feed everything else. And so, first up is the goats because they're the loudest, and they make it known more than the rest that they're ready to eat. And so we've got 4 right now. We've got the 2 little girls up top, and we've got Nala down here in the bottom. Like I said in the previous video from yesterday, that I wanted to leave her down here at the bottom, just because it's better for her. But we are getting close to due date, so I do have to be careful about leaving her out. I don't want to, but it might happen. I don't want her to give birth out in the field. I would prefer her to give birth in here. And so what we're going to do today, after, like I said in the previous video, she did have some diarrhea issues, and so I went ahead and limed and cleaned out this area in here, cleaned out all the gross, nasty feces, and then covered those spots that were wet with some lime to clean all that up. That way we're not, hopefully we're killing some bacteria maybe that she had. I believe that it was just a overeating problem. She might have got a little bit too much feed, and so that's okay. But today we are going to give her feed, and we've got to feed the rest of the hooligans up top feed. So we've got 4 that needs fed up top, and then we got Miss Nala down here at the bottom that finally gets feed today. She's went 3 days. Yeah, 3 days without feed, and so she's probably going to be happy about that. Here's Miss Nala's feed here. I'm only going to give her a pound today. I was giving her 1.5, and that might have been the cause of her belly issue. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if it was the overfeeding or she got into something in there. But anyways, today, just to get her belly back to where it used to be, we're just going to do 1 pound of feed. I am going to add some minerals into it because I gave her minerals the other day and she did eat them. And so I'm going to add minerals, and also we're going to give her some red cell to kind of boost her a bit. We are getting awful close to due date, and I do want to make sure that she has everything she needs health-wise to be able to take care of these babies, and hopefully have live babies, and hopefully be able to maintain her milk and things like that. So it's very, very important to give your goats a very good, balanced diet while they're pregnant and while they're lactating. So here's our handy dandy stirring stick. We always have a stirring stick in the barn, unless somebody comes in that doesn't know and throws it away. I just added about probably a teaspoon of red cell to this, and then sprinkled just probably another teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon of the goat minerals. And I've talked about it before, but these are what we use, the Mana Pro goat minerals. We've got that all mixed up, so we'll take this to Nala, and then we'll feed everybody else. Well, that's enough. process of feeding Nala, and she knocked the bowl out of my hand. I got all the feed in. She knocked it out of my hand, and I needed the bowl to feed the rest of them. Bop's and Edie's bowls are down here, but they'll get ran off if I don't feed the bigger ones first. And so we want to feed the bigger ones first. That way the babies don't get knocked off their feed. So let's feed these guys first. Alright, let's take the rest of the babies. I call them babies, they're a year old. It's technically it's babies. Although I don't call the buck a baby, but he's a year old too. They're eating it. Andy's gonna pull the trap cut. The Lord has blessed us with another beautiful day, but it's a warm one. Although I was listening to the weather this morning, and it talked like one of the nights coming this week, if you are in the United States, we go by Fahrenheit. One of the nights coming up is going to be 51 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty cool for our area. 51 is going to be a nice, cool break. It still is springtime here, so we do get those cool breaks every once in a while. But up next is Miss Clover's feed, and so we'll grab the hay out of the hay feeder down here, and we'll grab her grain in here. In the previous video, I talked to you all about, actually, I think I cut it out. I'm not quite sure if I left it in or not, but I was talking to you all about Miss Clover not having her babies. She has not had the babies yet, as far as I know. I haven't been over here yet. But I don't know if she took or not. And the problem is I don't know if I should just go ahead and breed her back. I've talked to other people in the area, and they said that they breed their rabbits all year long. But the main issue with breeding a rabbit during the summertime is it can cause heat-related issues. And so I don't want her to have like a heat stroke or anything like that. If I'm not mistaken, the number one cause for rabbits death is heat. And so I just don't want to have an issue like that. Although her area is a cool area, I'm debating whether I should breed her back or just put her in, throw her in there and see if she actually got bred or if she didn't get bred. I don't think she's pregnant, and so I'm just confused as to why she didn't get pregnant. But anywho, all that aside, let's go ahead and feed her. She's patiently waiting. Are you waiting patiently, Cole? I just always throw this hay out. Let your chickens scratch around in it. They love it. We got her feeding hay, so all we got left to do is her water. While the nosy goats are eating, I'm gonna try to slip over and get the eggs. I didn't get to get the eggs yesterday because when I came to get them in the evening before we left, Miss Cassidy was on the nest, and I just didn't feel like running her off when I could get them today. I didn't need them anyways. I had a couple cartons in the barn, and so we're gonna go get the eggs from yesterday and then probably a few today. And I might check them again before we leave. We'll just have to see. So Edie and Bop are up there eating, and they're the nosy ones, so we better hurry and go get the eggs. Trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. I just heard a hen cackling, so she's either wanting to lay or has just laid. Cassidy is still on the nest, but she just went off, so I don't really necessarily want any hens going broody right now, so I'm not going to leave any eggs in. Looks like we got 5. I don't think anybody has laid yet today. Yeah, we got 5. So 5 was from yesterday, and I probably just ran Cassidy off from laying her eggs. So I will have to check the eggs again today, probably this evening, because 5 was just from yesterday, which I might leave them. Who knows? Only the Lord. So I'm going to take these eggs and sit them up here and then go through the gate. That way I don't have to fight goats while holding eggs in a bowl and busting eggs. Here's Miss Edie. Feeding. And there's Miss Nolly. She wants in. And here comes Camelou. They hitting that water after eating that grain. Alright, next we got Miss Pipsqueak here. The truck was in the way earlier, and so I couldn't get her cage out, but I'm going to go ahead and sit her out. Her water is full. Well, she had 2 waters. It looks like she's knocked the other water over. We'll go ahead and give her a little grain, clean that hay out, and fill that other water up. Go ahead and feed her. I'll go get the water.
Did she get a whole spoon?
I'm going to fill this one out and you put that in there as well. Alright, Lakin's going to finish up here, and I'm going to move on to the chickens. When I say chickens, though, I just mean Polly. We got to get her and her chicks some feed and some water. Alright, I got her feeder today. I'm not going to dump it out because it doesn't have really any poop or anything in it, and so it just needs filled up with the crumbles. It's still got quite a bit of the corn and things in it. I might just add just a little bit of corn to it because we do just have some plain corn here. I'll put that in there with this. Just add a little bit of corn to it and pour it in here. Here's the feed. Here's a little bit of the corn. I'm going to pour this in here. Kind of shake it down towards the bottom. That looks good. Let's go take it to her. Got her feed, and I got this milk jug of water. And we'll take it out and fill it up. Before I fill it up, though, she's over here, and I'm going to go ahead and move her down there where Miss Pipsqueak is. I think it's supposed to rain, so I might bring her in the barn this evening before we leave, but it's kind of dirty up here where food and, you know, the species and stuff is, and so I want to go ahead and move her and the babies out of it. But they'll still be in a little bit of shade, so we're going to go ahead and move them towards the end here where the garage is. All right, that area right there has better grass, longer grass. them farther down where I previously was going to put her. It's got more grass. So we're going to go ahead and let them enjoy that grass, and also go ahead and give them their feed and fill the water up. They never did eat that radish. All right, up next we've got the two bunny boys. We need to go ahead and get their cages cleaned out of the old hay, and go ahead and get them feed and water. His hay actually looks good. Water is completely full here, so I'm just going to pour a little bit in this bottom here. It is gravity fed, so the bowl fills up to a certain point. But if you just go ahead and fill that that bowl up all the way, it'll be less water he uses out the top. We're going to go ahead and adjust his stuff. He's got things moved around. And here is our feed. He gets 4 pounds. So we got him done. I do need to clean quite a bit in Rover's cage. He doesn't eat all of his hay, and usually I don't clean it out every day out of his because he doesn't really mess with it much, and so it piles up. And we're going to go ahead and get all his hay out and go ahead and give him some fresh hay, some fresh water, and some feed. Do you all see the kind of abuse I have to endure? I splashed him just a little bit, and he poured this down my whole side. My advice to you is to marry your best friend, because I did. I got Rover all cleaned out before I got wet, and Lakin went ahead and fed him, and I got water all over the place. Lakin went ahead and fed him, and I'm going to grab his fresh hay. I threw that old hay down on the ground, but I do plan on getting that. I'm not going to leave it there. But he does need some fresh hay, so we're going to go ahead and get him some fresh. Alright guys, up next is, pull that bottom off, Luke. Oh, it come off itself. We're going to, she said she magically did it. We're going to go ahead and fill waters out here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and fill the 2 goat waters and the chicken water. So, let's go get that done. Oh gosh.
Alright, nose all filled.
Alright y'all, after a few bucket loads of water, we got her filled. Andy's sitting down on the phone. Lakin's running around squirting mommy with a spray gun. Is it hot out here today? very warm. It's a very warm day. We're getting her done now. This floor here in the barn was definitely due for some getting the hay off. It's really dusty right now, but I can't handle when the whole floor in here's all got hay everywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and rake this up and put it in the wheelbarrow and take it up to the compost pile. Try to keep the gravel out of it. You just get mostly hay, but sometimes you get a little bit of the gravel mixed in. This is something that needs done quite often. About every couple weeks. Wasn't too bad. Alright, up next we got our flakes here, and I need to fill the floor in here now that it's sat for a couple days with the lime and cleaned up and stuff. I'm going to take this and put some of these flakes in the holding pen for Nala. So let's get that done. What are you doing, Koa? He's going to take him a nap. Alrighty, guys. Y'all see it? We got her done. I don't want to put it really thick like I said before because it doesn't really need to be that thick. This is just so that we can get all the bodily fluids, like I said previously, just cleaned up nice after she gives birth. And she does have hay, and her water is full, and so everything's ready to go, and we want to move her in here. Alrighty, guys. After talking to a few other people that raise rabbits in this area, I think I'm going to try again. I wasn't for sure whether I was going to put her in with the buck to see, to rebreed her, or to see if she was pregnant, but I think I've decided I'm just going to go ahead and do it and just see. I think she'll be alright. I don't think her area and stuff, I don't think we'll have any problem with heat stroke or anything like that. That'll put her having babies. And I'm sorry, I slid my phone down checking to see what day it was. This will put her having babies at the beginning of July. And I probably won't breed her no more after that until we get into the fall. But really want to try to get another litter out of her. So we're going to try today and see if she will accept him. If she doesn't accept him, then there's a high chance that she's either bred or not in heat, obviously. If she does accept him, then we'll know that she didn't take the first time. So I'm going to try and see what we're going to get here. See if we're pregnant. We're ready to breed. Get in there, sis.
We're always falling in love again.
She's a very gentle doe. I probably could take him to her, but we're just gonna do this. I can't tell if she's lifting for him or not. That's one fall off. Well, he didn't really fall off. We'll see. I don't think she's very happy. I'm not seeing nothing that makes me think that she's in heat. He did try, but she was tucked. There's no, she's not doing no flirting or anything like that. And she's not being mean to him or nothing, but she's grunting and things that makes me think that she's not willing. She's a really gentle doe, though. She doesn't get mean with him or nothing. She's not ready. We'll go ahead and take her out. She's not one to breed, makes me feel hopeful. And when I picked her up, she is very, very heavy. So hopefully maybe she took at a different time that I didn't see. I haven't got her out quite yet, and he's still trying to breed her, and she's not accepting him. She's not lifting for him, and so she's definitely not in heat. So I would say that she is probably bred, but we'll just have to see. Well, we got Clover back. That does ease my mind a little bit. I'm thinking that maybe she is bred. She just must have not got bred when I thought she got bred. Like I said, I did leave the buck in there with her, and so so he must have bred her a different time is the only thing I can think. Her belly is very big, and she's a very heavy doe, like a very heavy doe. So much so that we were trimming her toenails the other day, and I was holding her just with this arm here. And it made my arm sore that evening and even that morning because she's heavy. She's heavy. I don't even know. I don't know how much I could say that she weighs. But she's very heavy, and she, as you can see in the video, she's a very large doe. You can't hardly see it in the other pen, but I could definitely tell the difference when I got her in here and how large she actually is. I don't know, you just can't see it in the other one, I guess because she's lower than me, but where she was right at my eye level, I thought, oh my gosh, she is so big. She is such a big doe. But anywho, I'm glad of the outcome there. I'm hopeful of the outcome, I should say. I'm hoping that means that she's bred. I'm hoping that we did succeed in breeding her, and that maybe she'll give birth to babies soon. Fingers crossed, Lord's will. Hopefully we'll have baby rabbits soon. Alrighty guys, we're going to be heading out very soon. I got to finish up my chores and feed the chickens here. And move Miss Polly and Miss Pipsqueak in. I couldn't think of her name. Move Miss Polly and her babies in, and Miss Pipsqueak in because we are supposed to get rain. And then we need to get Miss Nala in and situated. And well, I'll talk to Andy and see what he thinks about putting her in. But either way, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. I appreciate you all taking your time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you next time. I hope y'all come back and watch the next one, and we'll see you later. Bye.